All right, now,
okay.
now you're not muted. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Scoundrels of the New Republic, the Star Wars time show D&D extravaganza. I am Nick Caminita, your DM for this session, and I'm joined by my incredible friends and players, Jared Middleton, who will be playing Cert Dorkoth, Trevor Williams, who will be playing Zavu Gaz, and Matt Haywood, who will be playing Matlu, the Ewok. Chief Matlu, the Ewok. For those of you who have not seen the first 2 episodes of our D&D extravaganza, you can go to the Star Wars Time Show YouTube channel. That's where we have episode 0, which is the official introduction to our characters in their first meeting, as well as their first mission. And then episode 1, which is where we are picking up from right now. So for a quick recap for our players and for our viewers, in episode 1, our crew landed on Tatooine in need of a slicer to scramble some of the codes, fix their transponder signals on a stolen ship that they had just escaped from Bandamir with. The crew went on a quick mission across the Bomar Flats on Tatooine to free this slicer named Crepo, a Toydarian slicer named Crepo, from a scrapyard where he was being imprisoned by a Nikto gang. The group was able to successfully extract Crepo from the scrapyard, but in the process of doing so may have caused a bit of a kerfuffle that they couldn't stick around for. As much as Zavu wanted to try to save and help as many of the people as possible that were in that scrapyard prison, it was getting too hairy for the crew, and they had to get out as quick as possible. So we are picking up official episode 2 in the middle of the Bomar Flats as Zavu, Matlu, and Cert are riding off on their speeders away from the sounds of blaster fire and shouts of those left behind in the scrapyard. They continue their journey unseen as the battle at the scrapyard is providing a huge distraction for them to get away unscathed. As the group travels along into the Bomar Flats, we come to our first night. They will have to spend 1 night in the Bomar Flats before they can get back to their ship and have Crepo work his slicing magic. So as you guys pull off to the side, find a small alcove very close to the one that you guys slept in your first run through the Bomar Flats, is there any conversation, any questions that you guys have to talk amongst yourselves before you head off for a night's rest?
Zavu, me know you wanted to save them, but we did the right thing. Got Toydarian.
Well, we did the right thing for us, but did we do the right thing for those people? Sometimes you have to think beyond yourself a little bit sometimes, Matlu.
Chief Matlu only thinks of Matlu, and sometimes Cert.
Sometimes. But hey,
might be why you're not still on your planet.
Zavu, after this, maybe
Zavu's
we can,
smart.
Maybe we can pull this all together sometime and head back there and save everyone.
I think we should do that at some point.
I think we should do that, Zavu.
Hopefully.
Chief Chirpa, no like Matlu, would take lots of work. Maybe Zavu could help, though.
We'll see. Right now, we've got to get this guy back, and we need to take a break.
Have we had second dinner yet?
As you guys are sitting amongst yourselves talking, Crepo, the Toydarian, is also sitting there looking pretty exhausted, pretty sun-scarred, pretty hungry. Yeah. He looks over and asks, does anybody have food for me? I'm starving. I'm hot. My skin's blistered. It's been a rough time out there. Thank you for saving me, but I could use a little bit of food. And I assume you guys need something from me. We haven't discussed that yet, but thanks for the breakout.
Well, we have 7-day rations. I have that in my inventory, and I don't think it's going to take us 7 days to get back to our ship and all that.
It
so
will
yeah,
not.
we've
There's
definitely got
only-
something to spare.
Yeah. So you hand
Feed the
Crepo
man.
a ration pack, and that includes like a small cup of water and just some very standard rations that could get you through a day. And he just like immediately takes it and just starts shoveling everything into his mouth, not even really like looking up to say hi, barely taking a moment to breathe, just getting as much food in his face as possible. And after about 5 minutes or so of just furiously shoveling food into his face, he looks up and he says, So, what do you guys need from me? I mean, clearly you didn't just break me out for the hell of it. You need my expertise, I assume.
Zavu, you deal with him. Chief Matlu not good at negotiation.
Well, I don't know how much negotiation we have to do. We just broke the man out of a slave
True.
situation, but hopefully he's grateful enough, and maybe with a few credits in his pocket to help us out. We've got a situation, my friend, that we've been told you can help us with.
Who told you that?
We need to a source, a friend of yours,
Okay.
possibly.
A friend, you
Zavu,
say.
use your finger thing if it gets too difficult.
I'll keep my fingers to myself.
Somebody that wanted you out, and we got you out. So
Okay.
you want to know what we need from you or what?
What do you need?
So, word on the Tatooine Mos Eisley streets says that you know a thing or two about slicing and maybe potentially changing some, starship chain codes.
Maybe I do. Maybe that's why I was here. But you know what? For a prison break, I could probably do some light slicing work for you guys. Appreciate the save. What are we talking about here? What kind of... Is it a ship? What kind of ship are you guys dealing with?
What kind of ship is it again, guys?
What ship are we dealing with?
It is
I don't have that on my notes.
We are dealing with an IPV-1 Modified System Patrol Craft, Class 3.
I forgot Matt Lou was so good with ship models.
Matlu
Okay,
also
it's pretty-
loves Chewbacca.
Pretty standard ship. What do you need the codes changed for? Is it you guys ripped it off of somebody, or y'all are just looking for a new name?
We just kind of need them changed.
I think we'll keep that information to ourselves for now.
We just kind of need them changed.
You can help us,
The less you know, the better for you,
or we
Toydarian.
can bring you back.
Okay. Don't want to know too much. Get myself wrapped up in something that may come back and bite me. So,
It's true. You don't want to really know.
Smart Toydarian.
okay.
If you're going to help us, do it. Be on your way. Say nothing.
That's what I'm good at, saying nothing. So,
We could
Yeah, I can help
probably
you guys
even
out.
drop you off on another planet if you would like.
I may take you up on that
Are you
offer,
from here?
depending on where you guys are headed after Tatooine. We'll keep in contact, and from the looks of you guys, I feel like I may know who sent you my way. Was it Rayla? My good friend Rayla?
Do you have any spice on you?
He looks over at you, kind of tilts his head. He says, do you see where I just came from? Do you think that I could have spice on me there?
My
I know
bad.
that Ewoks don't make it very far off of the forest moon over there,
Yum nub.
but but yeah, no spice on me now.
Do you want some spice? Because we got some.
Please excuse our friend Matt Lou right now. He's a little
If
excited.
you're offering, I'll take it.
Yes. Sorry, Sir Zavu. Continue the discussions.
That's fine for tonight. Tomorrow, let's keep our friend sober.
Now that the spice has been brought up, why don't we toss in a little bit of the spices payment for this slicing job?
Oh, yub
Just
nub.
for personal use. Nothing for me to sell.
Toydarian, you heard Zavu earlier. The prison's right behind us.
You're really going to take me back? You guys saw what was going on over there. Do you have it in you
We
to turn me back
think
in?
we can afford a little bit of spice.
I don't know about that, but I have battle axes that are getting warm in my hands right now.
Okay, Matt, you make an intimidation check
Yes!
Sir,
with
a
that.
word?
I was just gonna say,
+0
Hey.
intimidation.
Okay.
as long as things go as planned with our chain codes being sliced and all that stuff, yeah, sure. I think we might be able to offer a little bit.
What was your intimidation check, Matt?
What dice do I need to
Okay.
roll?
The 20.
Okay.
The 20. Yeah.
14.
Oh,
14. He looks at you as you kind of like rest your hand on the hilt of your tech axes. And he says, you know what? Spice is everywhere. I can get spice other places. So
Good.
Right.
Good. I
Nice
like that
job.
answer.
let's just focus on getting out of the sand pit and back to civilization. And as he says that, he kind of rolls over in the sand, lays down his head, and starts to drift off to sleep. As we go into our night's rest, we'll go into our do a quick round of watches for the night, and then we'll be off on our standard journey back home. So, who wants to take the first watch? There are just three watches.
I'll start. I'll take it.
Okay, so
Please.
Cert, if you can give me a perception check. And that's just rolling the 20-sided dice and then adding your perception to it.
Sorry, it's gonna take me a
Your-
sec. Since last time we did it,
Your
where is my
perception is -1.
Yep. Okay. 10 minus the 1, so we got a 9.
9. It's been a long day, you guys, and then not only a long day, a long couple of days. You guys have been basically racing through just sand desert flats, no sun cover, out in the sun all day. You guys are exhausted, to say the very least. So you're not keeping too much of a watchful eye, but considering that this is all flat desert ground and you guys have found a small alcove for to tuck yourself into for the night, there's nothing that you see on the horizon that would be a threat to you immediately. So your watch goes off with no issues. Who is going to take second watch?
I'll take the second watch.
Okay, Zavu, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, perception check. Okay. Perception
+2.
Yep. That is a 13.
13. You are sitting up, doing a little bit of meditation, centering yourself, kind of coming to terms with what just happened. There's a lot. In fact, as you're sitting here, keeping your watch, you're up by yourself. Everybody else is asleep. What's kind of running through your head after this first interaction that you guys have had on Tatooine and what went down at the scrapyard?
Well, still feeling a little guilty about leaving people behind, especially with the sound of gunfire happening afterwards. But I can't imagine, at least I'm telling myself, I can't imagine that they'd be killing their workforce. I mean, except, out of intimidation for the majority of them. And I'm a little disconcerted about the company I'm keeping right now. But,
You talking about
this
me,
is the lot
Zavu?
that I've drawn?
You're asleep,
I'm not
Matt.
talking at all. This is in my head.
This is in his head.
But this is the lot I've drawn, and I'm going to make the best out of it.
Okay.
As for the time being, anyway, to further my goals. Right
As
now, I'm a
you-
little broke, so
Yeah. Low on funds. Traumatic experience. One on top of many that you've experienced in your life. As you sit and take in the desert surroundings, you do see speeder patrols kind of passing along the flats, heading past your location. You have a pretty good idea that these are probably at least some of the Niktos that were a part of the scrapyard, potentially looking for you guys, potentially just going out and looking for more scrap to add to their haul. But you do see them pass by. You get no inkling that there is someone that has eyes on you. You feel like you guys are pretty well tucked away in this area. And as you close out your night's watch and you go into your meditation for the night, close your eyes and connect yourself to the Force essence on this planet, Tatooine. Been here before in a very pass-through type of sense, but you've never really spent enough time here to connect to the essence of the Force on this planet. And as you sit down, you have a very similar experience to the one that you had on Bandamir. Your eyes close, your vision swirls, and you see this planet through the eyes of Force users that have come before you on here, on Tatooine.
Oh.
The first thing you see is through the eyes of a child looking throughout a open desert landscape, sand in front of him, and holding someone's hand. And as he looks up, you see the face of a woman, brown hair tied into a bun, wearing a long brown shawl. And you see her walking him towards a pod racing yard where he walks off with tools in hand and starts to tinker with a pod racer that looks like has been in disrepair or in various states of being put together for quite some time. You see other small kids run up to him as he starts to work on the pod racer, a small Rhodian with green skin, another young human boy with brown hair, and they all start tinkering with this pod racer. Your vision kind of swirls from this and comes back, and you see an older teenage kid now back on Tatooine, and you can tell, even just looking through this child's eyes, this teenager's eyes, that it's the same person as it was before. But internally, you feel a lot of strife, pain, and anger. You're on a speeder as you go through the sun falling, go through the desert, the sun falling, and the orange coloration taking over the horizon. Your vision fades and comes back. You see yourself in this person's body, blue lightsaber slicing through Tuskens, and you feel incredible amounts of rage and pain, unlike anything that you as Zavu have ever felt before. And then you see, as he walks away, the body of the woman that you saw in the child's eyes in your hands, past, no longer alive. And you feel unending, deep sorrow from this teenage boy. Your vision swirls again. And then you see yourself in another body, you can feel that this is a different person that you're now seeing Tatooine through. Standing on a hill as the twin suns pass through each other, looking out with a sense of unending hope, an unending desire to start an adventure outside of Tatooine. Your vision swirls from there, and you see a homestead on fire, bodies strewn across the opening to the small hovel where this person once lived, and a sense of loss, but also a sense of purpose now. This person definitely knows pain, but has chosen to frame it in a way differently than the last that you had seen through. Your vision blurs, comes back once more, and you're inhabiting the same person as you just were, but confidence fills your body. You see in your hand, which is now gloved in black, holding a lightsaber, as you ignite it, and a green blade comes to life. And you see as this character walks towards the entrance to a large fortress in the middle of the desert. And you can feel the purpose-driven, a purpose-driven sense of self that he is approaching this fortress with. And as a metallic eyeball pops out to inspect you in this form, your vision kind of comes back to you, and you settle in knowing that this planet of Tatooine has known pain that perhaps no other person that you know or you yourself has truly felt before, but it also has known hope that has reignited and really given this planet a tinge of really light side force energy that maybe wasn't there for a long time before. You have this experience and you fall into your night's rest. Matlu, it is now your watch. So go ahead and roll a perception check.
All right. We're rolling that 20 sack, right?
Yes, rolling the 20 and then add your perception to it.
So that's a whopping 6.
That's a pretty... so wait, you have a +6 to perception?
No, just 6 straight up.
Oh,
A plus with a plus 0, so it's just a 6.
So 6 straight up.
So hopeful.
Matlu, luckily for you, your watch is occurring like
So
right
much for all that hope.
Yeah, so much for all that hope. Right as the sun is starting to creep up across the horizon, light spilling across the open flats, you don't see anybody near you that's like encroaching on your position. You hear the sounds far off of banthas walking, just making their braying noises. You hear speeders that are running far off in the distance, but you don't see anything immediately that is coming in your direction. And as your watch comes to an end, everybody is now stirring awake for the first time. So the watches have gone off with no issues.
Chief Matlu has no thoughts in his head.
Is there anything that is kind of going through your mind as you close out this last night and get ready to head back?
Yub nub. I wonder when we're gonna eat.
Well, now's the time. Everybody has woken up. Everybody, you have you can eat your breakfast rations for the day before you guys take off back to the city to meet up with Rayla, who will have some slicing tools for Crepo, the Toydarian, once you guys get back. So you guys wake up, eat your morning rations, and set off on the journey back to the Mos Eisley spaceport area to get Crepo to work on your ship finally. You guys take off. You've already traversed these flats before, so you don't need to make another survival check to get back. You know the way back easily enough. It takes you guys about 4 or 5 hours to get back to the Mos Eisley area. And when you arrive there, Rayla, your contact who gave you the information about where Crepo would be and how to get him out, is waiting for you where you guys left from, meets up with you, and basically as soon as you guys get there, Crepo looks at Rayla and says, I knew you would get me out eventually. And she kind of looks over at you and says, I wouldn't have got you out for anything. These guys, they're desperate, and they definitely needed your help. So she tosses him like a small pouch full of slicing tools, and he says, all right, let's head to the ship. You guys hop back on your speeders. You head over to where the ship was. Only about a 30-minute speeder ride away from where you guys had pulled up. As you crest the sand dune that was obscuring your ship from prying eyes in the nearby Mos Eisley Spaceport City, you look down, you see your ship, and you see 2 Niktos that have gotten into the ship and are clearly rummaging through it. You see one of them standing out like by the dock, or like by the docking ramp, and one of them is like walking out of the docking ramp carrying what you guys know is the spice that was hidden, like some of the spice packages that were hidden on the ship that you found as you were exiting it. So what do? These 2 Niktos are there. You guys have had a full night's rest, so you have your full complement of your HP is fully back again. Zavu, your force power slots are back again. You see these 2 Niktos that are essentially
we're at the ship, and they're at the ship pulling spice out?
Yeah, I mean, they're at the ship. You guys are at the crest of this dune looking down on it. It would be a very short distance to close onto them.
Oh,
Boys, you know what time it is. It's Tech Axe time.
Wait a minute. I'm not in range to do anything, though, right? In terms of
you guys are still about 150 feet off, so you're a little bit outside of force power range. But as you guys close, you can and you can like make a force power like attack once you get within.
What is Greppo? What kind of creature is Greppo?
Greppo is a Toydarian.
Oh, Toydarian.
Like
Toydarian. Oh, right. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's like water.
Right.
So he's pretty useless, right? He can't really help. As far
Yeah,
as
I'm thinking size-wise. Do we have to be stealthy here? I mean, do we have to do try and get in close?
So that's up to you. As you guys approach, you can either try to come in stealthy and like surprise these guys, or just come in kind of guns a-blazing.
Oh, no. All right. Listen, let's take this quietly, all right? We don't want to make this worse than it is.
Boo.
We don't know if they've got people watching from the hills or from
I only
anywhere
get
else,
up in the morning if I know I'm going to kill something.
As you guys are talking about this, Crepo says, like, hey, I'll stay back up here until you guys handle this. I'm not one for fighting.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Crepo.
So he hops off because you guys have 3 speeders that y'all are coming over on, but you're still a distance away and you're at a higher vantage point than the ship is. So you haven't been spotted yet. Crepo hops off and just hangs at the top of the dune for now. So you guys are free to approach however you choose.
Sir, shoot him.
I was gonna say if we can take out the guy outside of the ship, then we can kind of corner the guy in the ship, no problem. So it's
is there anything to be gained from capturing either of these 2?
Oh,
meat.
Nikto meat.
Do I know where he's keeping his spice?
Do you know where Matt Lou's keeping his spice?
Where are you putting that? You got a pouch or something?
So make a.
Never
Make
mind.
Okay.
Go ahead.
If you want to, you can make a perception check, and then I would have.
Let
Keeping an eye on
Zavu
him
go
for
talk to
taking
Nyctos and
out.
make friends. We will sit back and kill them when ready.
No. What I'm saying is we'll sneak up. I may be able to disarm one of them, and then we'll have a better chance of maybe stopping the other one without a conflict.
All right, next time I'm going in, axes blazing. I'll yield this time, Zavu.
All right, so we're gonna sneak up, right? We're gonna sneak up. I'll be in the lead. You need an order or anything like that, or?
No, so you guys approach stealthily. So what I need from all of you is stealth checks. So everybody roll a stealth check. That's your D20, and then add your stealth to it.
Trying to find my stealth here. There we go. Let's see.
Oh, you got
I rolled a 2
kidding
plus
me.
3, so I'm at 5.
4.
15.
Oh god.
Okay.
5.
Told you,
15,
Zavu.
so
Clank,
5
clank,
from,
clank.
from Cert. 15 from who had 15?
I had 15.
Zavu had 15, and then Matt Lou,
4.
you were also low. So as you guys are coming down, Zavu, you're doing a pretty good job. Like you've hopped off the speeder. You're making your way down very stealthily. At that time, Cert, you hop off of your speeder and you start to kind of like precariously make your way down this sand dune, and you just fucking tumble. And as you tumble, the Nycto that's standing outside of the entry ramp onto the ship sees sand and dust falling down the
Tripped over those tubes.
down the dunes, and you see him look in.
Should have shot.
And he yells, "Somebody's here!" So I need everybody to roll initiative now.
All right, it's on.
On.
See, this is why we don't do stealth.
That's a 14. Wait a minute. Do I?
I've got an 18.
No, there's no adding on that, right?
Yeah, I have under the fist. Under the fist, there's an initiative.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Look on your character sheet.
Okay.
It is under.
I'm 17 total, Nick.
I'm 18
Okay.
total. Nice, Matt Lou.
Let's fucking fight!
We're clearly much better at not being stealthy.
I mean,
even though stealth is
I'm
good
a
idea.
berserker Ewok. Duh. Like, let's go.
Okay. Zavu, what did you get for your initiative?
14.
All right.
Okay, nice.
What's the DM gonna roll here?
Already got mine.
Oh,
so.
he knows it too. He's smiling. Look at him.
All right. So at the top of the order, Cert, you tumbled down that hill, but you caught yourself mid-tumble, landed on one knee, drew your weapon, and you are ready for combat.
Boom.
You are the first to act, and you are in range of these Nyctos. Shoot at them if you so choose. What do you want to do to open up combat?
Well, I can't. We've pretty much given up on trying to disarm and do this somewhat peacefully, right? Right.
At this moment, you can tell that like these guys are definitely not preparing for
Okay.
negotiations. They're preparing for battle.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna
Read
I'm
the
gonna
room,
use my-
people.
disruptor carbine and go for
Right.
the guy. The out on watch. Oh wait, what's
You
this?
want to go? Okay, so you're
Noob question.
yes.
Guidance doesn't apply to attacking, right? That's basically
Guidance
for
does not
doing-
apply to attacks. Guidance applies to like ability checks. So if you were to like roll a
Right,
perception
right.
check or
Gotcha.
something like that, that's what guidance would.
Gotcha. That's what I thought.
Okay, so Cert, go ahead and roll your attack with your disruptor carbine. So you roll your d20 and then you add 5 to whatever you roll.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. 5 plus 5, so 10.
So 10 total. So you take it's a bit of a long distance shot. You just come out of like a roll that you weren't expecting. You fire, ping, shoots off of the dock to the ship. and does not strike
Failed.
the trooper that you see
Sorry,
on
guys.
the outside.
It's a good try, though.
It is a good try. So next up in the order is Matlu. Matlu, you are running as fast as your little Ewok legs can take you down this sand dune. You have enough movement to where you can close in and maybe get a strike in on the trooper that's standing outside of the ship.
All right. I want to go in with rage, Nick.
Okay, so Matlu goes into a rage. How does it look as you enter your rage? Axe is out, running down.
Let's go, Yub Nub.
All right, Matlu, make your attack.
Oh, shit.
So roll your 20-sided dice and then add 4 to whatever you rolled.
16.
16. That hits.
Yeah!
Go ahead and roll your damage. So that is 1d6. So that's the square dice, and then add 2.
7.
All right, 7 points of damage. You run up to this dude. You carve right across his midsection.
Yes.
It cuts through his armor, and you can see green Nicto blood starting to form right in his midsection.
Nice.
Meat's on the menu
So that's
tonight, boys.
That's action and bonus action and movement from Matlu. Good strike to open up the combat. Zavu, it is your turn. You are also coming down the dune. You were at an equal spot to where Matlu was as he was coming down the dune, so you can close and make and get in close to this trooper if you so choose.
So there's one Nikto there that you've just struck, and
one is still
What is his
inside of
condition?
the ship. You saw the guy who was outside of the ship kind of yell back, said something to him. So the guy inside has
And
been
what's his-
alerted.
what's his condition right now?
Right now, he does look pretty rough. He's taken an axe across the midsection. You see blood coming from where Matlu struck him, and he does seem to be like in quite a bit of pain.
He's still holding on to what? He has a gun?
Yeah, so you can see that
Blaster?
he's holding like he's got like a bandolier across his chest as well that's got like grenades on it, and you can also see that he's got like a blaster pistol that he's drawn from his holster, and then you can see like other like various explosives just like on like in a pack on his back.
Whoa. Maybe we can loot at that later if we win this.
All right. Am I within 30 feet of him? I can be, right. I can
You
run.
are. You are within 30 feet. You can close to be within melee combat, or you can stay back and be within 30 feet.
Jeez. This guy's like super armed here. Good lord.
Melee for that precision.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna take him out. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna take my light staff and I'm gonna attack.
Okay. Make your light staff attack.
And I'm going to use. Oh, that's for damage. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. All right. So my light staff attack is a 2d. No, wait a minute. What I have to.
You roll
my
your 20. Roll your d20 first, and then add 4.
Yep. Jesus, these dice are the worst. 13. Plus 4 is 17.
17. Yeah, 17 hits. So go ahead and roll 2d6 plus 2 damage.
Okay, 2d6,
Very nice.
and then I'm going to use a force point. Well, no, he's kind of down, right? All right.
He has taken a
He looks
pretty
pretty
significant
rough.
hit from what
He
you
looks
could
pretty
say.
rough.
Yeah,
Okay.
from what you could see.
Jeez. Okay. Oh, come on!
No,
Two
Zabu!
I had to use force. I had to use force points prior to this. Right? I can't add force points.
Yub nub.
For damage or no?
So you didn't use
Rather-
like from what I could tell, you did not use a force point. You have as many force points per day as your guardian level, so you have.
No. So what I'm asking is, sorry,
Okay.
I have it cleared. I have force empowered strikes, which means when you hit a creature with a melee weapon, you can expend force points to deal additional damage to the target which is the same type as the weapons damage. The additional damage is 1d8 for each point spent. 1d8
You can
for each-
absolutely do that. You can absolutely.
Okay, so I can do
use-
that post.
Thanks.
Because that was
Yes.
2.
Oh no, Zavu's dead.
I'm gonna use 1 force point.
He's gonna lose
Here.
a hand
Okay,
like
so you're
every
gonna
other
use-
Force user.
All right, so that's a 7. So that's 9 damage.
That's 9 damage. That is
And I'll use the force point.
exactly what you needed to take this guy out.
out.
So Zavu, describe to me how you finish this this Nikto demolitions guy off.
I'm just going to go right. I'm going quick because I don't want him to trigger anything. So I'm just coming down from the hill, leaping, and like straight into the chest with the lightsaber blade. And that's
Bravo, Zavu.
Cut
Me
him off
like
from
your
any
kill.
movement whatsoever.
You get to a point on the sand dune where you know that you're close enough that you can use a bit of force energy behind your leap to get there and close. You leap into the air,
It's a long
take
leap.
your light staff out, stab it right into his chest, and impale this Nikto on your light blade. And as you extract the blade from him, he falls dead on the sand. As he hits the ground, his Nikto companion comes out the ship, looks down, sees him dead, looks up at you guys, draws his weapon, and fires at you, Zavu, the one who just took out his, his
Gang
friend.
bang.
So at will, is there? So what is? Is there a? What's the extra move, or do we not have that? Like,
So-
what is that?
At will force powers are basically like they are like cantrips. They don't require you to use a spell slot. They don't require you to use like a force points
Right.
slot. So
But do I have? Do I have a post attack move? What is that called?
so
I
like
know there's a term
you
for it, I
have
can't
a
remember.
you have a bonus action left. So you've used your
Bonus action.
your movement and your action. So if you do have something that is a bonus action that you want to use, you can use that.
And that can be an at will
That can be at will.
force power.
Yes, that can be an at will
All right.
force power.
I'm doing affect mind on him.
So
right
affect
now I'm
mind
turning-
is an action.
I'm sorry, not affect mind. Force disarm. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Didn't mean. Oh, force disarm is an action too. It's not a bonus action. Oh, that's one action. Okay.
Yeah.
that's-
So anything,
that's
if you
not-
have anything that is like a casting period of one bonus action, you can do that. But if it is an action, you've already used your action for this turn.
Yeah, casting time is one action, so that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't use that. Okay. Is there anything else that I can do here? Sorry, I don't know everything that I've got in terms of like.
All good.
I guess not. I don't see anything.
Okay.
I don't see anything I can use. Okay.
So you-
I don't.
you take
force
this
cast,
guy out-
That's just force cast.
And you like train your eyes on this ramp that you know this other guy's going to be coming down on. He runs down and he sees, like I said, he sees his dead Nikto buddy on the ground, draws his blaster rifle, and is going to take a shot at you, Zavu, from the top of the ramp. So he is not at disadvantage. So he's going to take a shot. He gets. Ooh, that is a 22 to hit, so that definitely hits.
Shit.
That is going to be.
Zavu, we need
Let's
Grogu.
see.
Force heal.
So he deals 9 points of damage to you, Zavu, as he comes down the ramp, takes a shot with his blaster rifle, and wings you right in the shoulder with a shot of laser energy. So you take 9 points of damage.
Matlu needs to
Yikes.
avenge Zavu.
Damn.
That's a lot.
He
That's like
looks
half.
around as he takes the shot at you. He's like in the midst of combat. He looks around and he sees you, Cert, kind of like still up on the dune a bit. And he sees Matlu standing there with his axes out. And he realizes that this may be a last stand for him, 1 versus 3. But he does not look like he is ready to surrender for sure. So that goes back to the top of the order. It is now Cert. It is your turn again.
All right. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of options here. I'm gonna go for the disruptor carbine shot. I'm just gonna take another shot at him.
Take another shot. Go for it.
Here we go. That's a 10 plus 5, so I got 15.
15 hits. Just hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Which one? Sorry.
8 plus 3.
Which dice is that one?
It's the D8, so it's the 8-sided dice.
Right. We got an 8.
Nice.
8 plus 3, which is 11. You deal a massive amount of damage. Your shot comes in, hits him right in the chest, and you can see the acid imbued shot from your disruptor carbine starts to spread across his chest, and he looks on death's door. He's not quite down yet, but he is right.
Yeah,
he is right there.
Yes.
Matlu, it is
Yes.
your turn.
Easy pickings.
Is there
Matt.
anything that we can learn from these guys?
No. I'm killing. Rolling the dice now. Let's go.
I'm not talking to you.
It's Matlu's turn.
Search.
It's Matlu's turn.
I'm going to yell at him.
Nick,
though.
I'm going for just a straight tech
Yell
axe.
Sneak is good.
All right, go for the tech axe attack.
Oh, shit. I just rolled it under a cabinet. Yeah, it's on the floor. 20 straight up.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
20.
All right.
Okay. Matlu,
You will die.
Matlu, I'm going to tell you this right now. You don't even need to roll your damage
no.
dice.
He's dead.
How do you take this guy out?
Well, first off, I'm going to run in, jump off of Sert's back to get some height, come down with both of my axes and chop his head off. And as I'm saying that, I say, For Zavu!
Matlu the Ewok jumps off of the back of his Tognath buddy, closes on this Nikto scrapper coming out of his ship, and beheads him cleanly. You guys see spurts of green blood shoot from the neck of this Nikto as his body
2 kills.
rolls down
2 kills.
the entry ramp to your ship. Zabu, you do get a little bit of spray there as his head is cleaved off of his body. And Matlu, you stand
Take 2 more points of damage for the
victorious.
acid blood.
You stand victorious over the body of your foe.
Wakanda forever!
Oh, man. Good stuff. So now you guys are standing at the entrance to your ship. You can see that like slightly off to the side of your ship is a speeder that's just sitting there with a couple of the bundles of spice that they've already taken off. So you guys are free to go get those back. And as the battle comes to an end, you see Crepo start to kind of slowly float down the
His
the
little
sand
wings.
dunes
He's like, hey guys,
to
I'm
meet
here.
up with you. And as he comes down, Sir, you make your way down the dune. As Crepo comes down, he flies right up next to you, Matlu, and he says, "Quick and easy, just like I like it. Thank you."
Look, Sert, he no tripping on sand.
Yeah. He looks at Zabu.
Checking the
Zabu's
body
like,
of the guy that I took
"Ping,
out.
half health." We've got some.
Yeah,
You
well, I'm hurting, but
Yeah.
I'm still going to take time to check that body and see if there's
okay,
Definitely.
so go ahead and roll an investigation check. Which one are you checking? The one, the guy that was
one I killed.
the one that you killed? Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
I would clarify that as an
Natural
assist.
20.
Natural 20.
That's
Fantastic. Yeah, you
worst
look on.
place to get a natural 20.
I mean, hey,
Whatever.
natural 20 is a natural 20. No complaint about that. As
I'm
you
not gonna
look
miss.
through this guy's body,
I'm checking him rectally.
Yeah.
I'm like not-
You're probing him.
inspecting every Nikto body part that you can. So you actually find quite a bit on this dude. Like you find 3 grenades, like 3 thermal detonators
Yes.
that you can take
Okay.
and distribute amongst yourselves however you want.
Sweet.
You find 2 mines, like basically what they are is like trip mines. You find 2 breaching charges, which are used, breaching charges, you put them on a door, blow open.
Okay.
You find a standard blaster pistol that he was using as well. And you also find on him a cred chip that you can put that into your holocom device, and you can see that has 500 credits on it.
Nice.
And you find it seems like he stashed away some of the spice that was coming out of the ship for himself in one of his jacket pockets. So you have a little bit more spice. So that is what you find on this dead Nikto's body.
Very nice.
So wait a minute, you were chopping up, and it might have been me, but was it credit their credits, or there was a credit something or other? What
so
that?
you found a credit chip on there that has 500 credits on it.
Yes.
So can he add all that to his inventory?
He can, yeah. He can add all of that to his inventory, or you can distribute like the mines or anything else that you want to, however you so choose.
I'll take that spice off of you.
That was the spice we already had, though, right?
No, he found. I think he found more spice.
Keeping the spice.
Or was he stealing our spice?
No, I think he had his own on him, but he took the spice to the speeder, so we have to go back.
Yeah, there is a speeder that's a little bit down the road. So now you guys have an additional speeder that you don't have to return because you have now killed the 2 occupants of the speeder to go along with the 3 that you guys rented from the Mos Eisley spaceport. And there's the other body there if anybody chooses to look through that.
Yes, definitely.
Question about equipment. Is there something within, like, adding? Am I just writing this down as we have these, or is there someplace
use the notepad
within the add equipment?
The notepad.
Well, I'm doing that, but I didn't know if there was a place where there was actually, like, we could add thermal detonator
on your on your character sheet.
I know you can go to add equipment. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, if you do like the add equipment stuff,
types maybe.
Yeah, I think that you can add, like, up top. There's the credits area there. Like, you can add your credits there, and then equipment,
custom items. Maybe
you can literally just type into search like thermal detonator, and then it would be thermal detonator average.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you click like that, you can type in thermal detonator.
Search. Oh, okay. Got it.
Hey,
got it.
While we're asking the chief here, Nick, would Jared and I ever be able to add tech powers to our skill set, or no?
I have some tech powers.
So,
detonators.
So that is for like your like specific classes.
Okay.
For you, Matt Lou, I don't think that you...
Yeah, I saw that I could like click on tech casting and then add something to my belt. That's illegal. I just wanted to make sure. All right.
No, yeah. For your particular class, since you are like a berserker, tank style, you won't get tech powers. Right. I do believe that you're a scout. Is that correct?
Yes.
You're a scout.
Yes.
Sir. You are going to unlock. You actually have already unlocked tech casting at level 2, so you already have access to like first level tech powers. So if you haven't already like picked out, so basically as a level 2 tech caster, for level 1 tech powers, and you can use 2 of those per day.
Okay.
So yeah,
I was just checking those out too. Cool.
So Jared, you do have access to 4 of those tech powers. Dabu, you want to check the other body?
Definitely.
I can.
Or somebody.
I can leave that to.
Can I check it?
Matt Lou, if you would like.
Let's search. That's too much work for Matt Lou.
Yeah.
Just like the mine. Yeah. I don't want to like divulge into like, but I just want to put these out. So is this an average fragmentation mine?
Yeah,
I guess?
Yeah. All of the stuff that you find on here, like the thermal detonator, the mine, and then the breach charge are all average.
I just want to put them in here so I know what the hell I got. So all right, cool.
For sure.
Go ahead.
For sure. So Cert, go ahead and make an investigation check as you search through the other body.
Oh, I got a hard 22, natural 20. Or
Another natural 20.
Natural 20.
Insane. Okay.
This is quality of searching bodies.
Yeah.
I know
Finding
you guys
cool
are
stuff.
very thorough when it
It's like
comes
the
to
best.
searching your fallen
You guys like to
Good
fleece
stuff.
those corpses, you sickos, and you guys are yelling at me for my drug habit.
I'm hoping for a nice new
you
weapon.
search throughout this body. You find again like a standard blaster rifle. Nothing that's any better than what you have. You do find what's called a stock strike, which is it's like a melee weapon. It's almost like an electrified melee weapon that you can keep, you can sell, you can do whatever you want with. You can also find another credit chip on there that has 500 credits on it as well. You also find a holocom device on this guy. You can choose to open it up. You can choose to look through the contact list on that if you want to, but you do find like a standard holo communication device. His armor is just like both of these armor, like the armor on these guys is like very standard, not better than what you guys are already equipped with. You find the holocom device, you find 500 credits, you find the blaster rifle, you find a stock strike, which is what you should be able to look that up on the equipment section. Cool. On your character sheet, I believe. Actually, it's not listed as that, so I will tell you like the particular.
Look, Nick, it looks like we can add custom items if you tell them like what it is.
Yeah, it's going to be like a simple vibro, like basically it's like a vibro dagger. Is what it would be on the equipment screen. So you could type in vibro dagger, and that's what you found on this guy.
Got it.
And yeah, and you also find just like some random just like almost what seems like tools, like random like mechanics tools that are just kind of like stashed away in his backpack. But those are all of the items of value that you find. Like the tools themselves are probably of no interest to you. It's more of like probably like some stuff that they use to like break into the ship.
Would they be of interest to Crepo though?
You can definitely give those off to Crepo, and as you kind of like hand that like pack of tools over to him, he looks over to it and he says, "Cool. I'll definitely be able to use some of these now. And hey, I'll always take some free tools for me to use later. Thank you." As you guys are going through and searching the bodies, Crepo kind of like starts to make his way into the ship. And then like kind of looks back and he says, "Are y'all good for me to go ahead and do what I do?"
We should probably be with him.
Matlu, go watch him.
Yes. Yub nub.
Okay. So Matlu, you and Crepo go off into the ship. And basically you're following along, and it seems like, this guy knows ships very well. He makes his way right up to the bridge of the ship into the the seating area for the pilot and the co-pilot. Takes out his slicing tools, and then also takes out one of the implements that was given to him by Cert. Opens up the comms panel, like does some tinkering around in there. Takes out like a device that has like a screen on it that he can manipulate, plugs it in, and then Matlu, you just see BASIC start to run across the screen. And then as it stops, he is like reading through some of these notes and everything. He looks back at you, he looks back at the screen, and then he like kind of looks back at you again, and he says, "I don't know if I'm reading this incorrectly, but it seems like this is a Black Sun ship, and that makes me very uncomfortable. So let's get this done very quickly." Starts to type in things on the pad again, and then reaches and then like gets to a point where he's like, "Okay, well, we need to rename the transponders. What name do you want to give this ship? We need to rename the transponder signal so it's not just a Black Sun vessel that people can see coming into their airspace." So Matlu, he kind of like looks at you and is basically asking you what you want to name your ship. And Cert, like if you guys are close, like if you guys are still like by the ramp, you can kind of overhear this.
I was just gonna say, so two things. I want to first quickly hand Cert one of the thermal detonators, one of the fragmentation mines, and one of the fragmentation charges. So you can add those.
Thanks.
You can add those to your inventory, Search.
Thanks.
While Matt was out of range. He doesn't know. But then I hear this, and I want to go up the ramp, and I want to. I'm going to give him guidance with this.
Okay, so Zavu, you enter the ramp, and you're going to give guidance to Matlu or to Crepo. Okay,
to Crepo.
So you
in doing what
you touch him on his shoulder, and you're essentially like, "Hey, don't fuck this up, buddy." Like you're like just make it clean.
Exactly.
So you give him guidance, and he can use that as he goes through and does his tech check on this slice. And so all of you now have the opportunity to name your ship.
Whoa. Oh boy. This is deep.
We can't take too long.
I mean, I'll go really dumb and easy. It's the Yub Nub one. So there you go. That's mine.
Anybody have any other?
Shoot.
The triumvirate.
I mean, so I will say at this moment, you guys are feeling like the threats have been assessed and taken care of. Both Zavu and Cert, go ahead and, like, before you guys come into the ship, go ahead and give me perception checks. Either, if you want to, one of you can make it at advantage, or you can both roll separately. So that's really up to you. Zavu, you have a +2 to perception. Cert, you have a -1 to perception. Yeah. So,
Zavu,
I'll roll
you roll with advantage.
Us. Definitely.
Good man. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 17.
17. You do a quick assessment of the surrounding area before you go into the ship. Like, you do have cover from the sand dune, from any like prying eyes on the other side of that sand dune, and you give like a very like thorough look around before you enter the ship, and you don't see anybody else in the area. You don't see any other like, you don't spot any like lookouts that they may have had. You don't spot any sort of like other people in this area. You feel like for now things have really
good call. Thanks for helping the noobs.
Yeah, things have really like come to
walking away
like a settling point. So you have time to think. You don't feel like you're under any pressure at the moment.
What was the name of the planet we met on?
Bandamere was the name of.
What if we name our ship like Bando 3? Because there's 3 of us. The band, because we met in Bandamere. I don't know. Bando 3.
Bandit.
Oh, that's way better. Bandit 3. That's like a given. Absolutely. I love that.
You all good with that? Bandit 3?
Right. I'm good with the Bandit 3.
Bando 3.
Yep, no. All right. So you guys you converse amongst yourself for a second. Crepo's sitting there just kind of waiting. As you say Bandit 3, he's like, all right, crew of the Bandit 3, thanks for your help. Punches it in, and he will make his tech check with he will make it with advantage, and he will make it with guidance. Your guidance is it a D4 that he adds to it?
I believe it is a D4. Okay. Yes. Yep.
It is. Okay, so he rolled a nice solid 20 for his tech check. You see him, like his fat Tordarian fingers, you would not think would be as deft as they are, as he works on this screen here, goes back into the control panel. You hear, see some sparks flying, some soldering going on, closes the panel, and he says, woo, Bandit 3 is online, ready to go.
Cool.
So you guys have now successfully changed the transponder signals to your ship. You've now named your ship. And he says, as Crepo kind of closes things up, puts his tools away, and he's like, you guys should be good to pull into the spaceport now. I mean, nobody's going to be able to tell what what the ship is. If you want to, I do know of a place you can go to get it spruced up, quick paint job, add some fun little sigils to it if you want to, make it your own. That's just me. I'm have a penchant for flair, but if you guys want to keep it stock and standard, that's all up to you.
I'm down to customize. I want to customize the ship. That sounds great.
Got a few credits. Did we? I forget. Did we look at the Nyctos? Was there any sign of them being part of the Black Sun? Was there any sigils or anything like them on there that they were part of that gang?
During your investigation check, you didn't see anything that like led you to believe that they were a part of the Black Sun. Okay. They did look like they were dressed in similar garb to the Nyctos ones that were from the scrapyard. So you think that these may, like when you were out on your on your previous night's watch and you saw like those speeders kind of like head off towards town, this may have been those same Nyctos that were just like going out on a scrap run to see if they could have anything or find anything.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm just thinking like if they were, they might be a little more tight, and they might know that a couple people are missing after a little while. So we should definitely get the hell out of here. If we're clear to go to the spaceport, say we go to the spaceport. And yeah, why not spend a few credits, depending on how much it costs to get this spruced up,
right?
And at least kind of hidden.
Okay, great. As you guys do that,
and I'm gonna toss Crepo the spice that I found on the. I think I found spice.
You did. Right? You found like almost like a little snuff pouch of spice on the trooper that you took out. So you toss that over to him, and he says, "Aha! I love a bonus. Here we go." And he just kind of
I'm gonna
go ahead.
I'm gonna give him 10 credits too.
Getting ripped off, Zavu. I could have used that spice.
Tosses him 10 credits.
I'm gonna give him stuff
and
too.
Some spice. Yeah, if you guys want to give Crepo anything,
I'm gonna give him a swift kick in the ass off my ship.
Well, Crepo, I found this.
We're gonna give him a ride.
Oh, yeah, that's
right.
I told him I told him I'd give him a ride.
But Crepo, I found this extra rifle.
Off planet.
Maybe this will help protect you from getting captured again. Do you want this rifle?
You go to hand him the rifle. He's like, ho, ho, ho. No, thank you. I'm not one for violence. And he allows you to keep the rifle. But he happily takes...
Because he's French.
He happily takes the ride over to the spaceport with you guys. And as you are starting to take off, Matlu, you remember that Rayla said once you guys get your situation sorted out with the ship to reach out to her. And she can set you guys up on a proper mission. So, Sir, you take your seat. You take your pilot seat. Frey, your droid, takes the co-pilot seat next to you. The other.
Before we go, can I check? I want to check that holo comm that I had, and just in case there's some type of bad stuff on there that will keep us, I don't know, safe. You never know.
Cert smart.
Yeah. Cert, go ahead and make a technology check for me as you examine this holo comm device.
Technology. All right, I got a +2 on there.
How do we spell Frey?
Fray.
Droid?
Yeah, just like standard.
We've got a 19 total.
19 total. So you're this is your thing. You're a technology guy. Yeah. You look at this holocom device, you pull up the contact section of the holocom device, you kind of scroll through it to see if there's anything that's right off the top of your head, or right off the top of your head, like a name that you notice, somebody that you should be concerned about. You don't see anything of note right from the contact list. You go into the communication history of it. You can see holo calls back and forth from other, some of the recordings are still on there. You can see that it is between the person who had this holocom device and other Nyctos. That's just some basically shop talk, him passing back information on what scrap that he's found or what he may have found. You do see like the most recent communique was basically him sending a message to somebody else saying IPv1 class starship, and just kind of like that they have encountered your ship and are taking some things out of it, but there's nothing in there that shows information on you individuals, like on you three as individuals. He does mark it as a Black Sun ship, so it seems like they had done like a scan of the ship when they got on it too. So now that has changed, now that the transponder signals have changed on the ship, that's no longer the case anymore, so it doesn't read as a Black Sun ship. And he also sent back some information about the spice that they had found on the ship as well. There is no tracking beacon on this, so there's no way that they could like track you guys to it. And if you wanted to, you could essentially format this holocom device and have it be like factory reset.
Okay, cool. So that could be helpful, but all the more reason for us to customize and change the look, because they definitely sent over what type of ship that we have. So it'd be good to customize. Put a spoiler on the back or something. Yeah.
So as you say, like you guys are kind of conversing, saying like, yeah, definitely we want to get the ship customized and stuff like that. Crepo says, well, as soon as we land at the spaceport, I can reach out to a mechanic, a guy that I know that can do some work on it, can make it look, however you guys want, customize it however you guys want. So as you are headed to the spaceport, I mean, basically, like you guys are pretty close to it already. So the way that you have to do is like take off, do like a slight circle around, and then come back into a docking bay. As you do that, you take off and you almost get to the point where you're like completely leaving atmosphere. And as you do that, you reactivate the comms to the ship, which turns on your transponder signal and your landing beacon. And you hear the Mos Eisley Spaceport come over your comms. And it says, Bandit 3 picked you up on our landing signal. Are you guys coming into Mos Eisley?
I'm piloting, right? So
you're piloting, yes. So you hear this and you're free to respond.
This is Bandit 3. Just coming in, just looking to make some new modifications to the ship to potentially alter some performance.
Fantastic. Boy says, the guy comes over the comms and he says, well, we have a docking bay 24 waiting for you.
24. Sounds good. Thanks.
So sir, you take the ship in, simple enough. Land right in docking bay 24. And as you come down to land, Prepo leans over to you, Zavu, and he says, hey, can I use your holocom real quick so I can reach out to my contact?
We good with this? Yeah. But do I have the holocom?
So you have your personal holocom. If you want to, you can like give him the one that you guys found on the Nikto to use, since it's like,
Oh, I see. Okay. No, I'll hand it to him.
Okay. So you hand him over.
And I'm gonna. Can I do what do you call it? Perception check, or what do I do? So I just want to like. I'm reading him. I'm trying to read him. Just
go ahead and give me an insight.
You
check.
Jedi are far too trusting.
Insight check. That's what. God, I've seen that so many times. I can't. Yeah, that's a 5.
Oh, that's a 5. Okay.
Don't give it to him, Zavu.
Yeah, I mean, you like.
Right, so I don't know.
You gave. Yeah, I mean, like as far as you can tell, you see, like you're watching him, like He takes the holocom,
Okay. Yeah.
pulls up the the standard.
I'm gonna hand it to him anyway.
You watch him, like he pulls up the standard communications array, punches in a series of numbers and symbols, and as soon as hits the transmission button, and then as it does, you see a blue holocom, or like a blue hollow projection come up of some one of his contacts. And as he's sitting there, he's just telling him, he's like, "Hey, got a job for you. Docking Bay 24, Mos Eisley Spaceport. Be there as soon as you can." And the guy literally asks no questions. The guy's like, "All right, I'll be there." He lands. Cert, you land. Crepo says, "My guy's close if we want to hang out for 5 minutes and wait for him to get here. And you guys can just tell him what you want done to it. And he'll give you a price."
I'm starting to feel a little iffy about Crepo. I feel like he's leading us into a trap.
I told you to.
Okay. You can roll an insight. You can also roll an insight check. Anybody who wants to get a read on this guy and see if he's trying to, do something shady, go ahead and give me an insight check.
All right.
So roll your D20 and add your insight score.
Matlu trusts no one but Matlu.
Yeah, I have -1 insight, but I'll give her a roll.
Yeah.
And we got a 12, so 11.
11. Again, I will, this guy, from what you can tell, he's happy to be out of prison. He's happy to have some credits and spice in his pocket. And he's just like, "Hey guys, I got no problem with you. I'm just, I'm looking to get on my way. And hey, if I can help you out, I'll help you out." So that's what you pick up off of your read.
Can I heal myself? I cannot, right?
Yeah, you can. You can heal yourself.
Oh, I can? Okay.
I have some med packs too.
Yeah, you also have
Sweet.
med packs that you.
Well,
purchased.
let's save the med packs because we're sitting on the ship right now. We're going to take a short
Yeah,
rest
sure.
probably anyway, waiting for this guy to some degree.
Yeah, you guys can take a short rest. So if you've taken any damage, you can roll your hit dice. Each of you have 2 hit dice that you can roll per day to gain your hit points back. So Zavu, if you don't want to use a spell slot or a force power slot, you can roll. Your hit dice is I believe it's a D. I think it's D. Let's see. You are a guardian.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Go ahead. Your hit dice is a D10, so you can roll up to 2 D10 and add that back to your health.
Okay.
If you want to, you don't have to roll both.
For a short rest? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not the right one. Well, it's a 5, actually. So I'm going to roll 2.
Okay.
5 of 7. So that's 12 points. All right, that gets me
All right.
back.
So you heal back to full. As you guys are you're waiting, taking a short rest, just kind of coming down from the battle. Crepo's contact shows up. He's just he's actually a relatively young human man. Walks up, long, stringy brown hair, paint splotched and covered, tunic on him. He comes. He's got a backpack, and he's carrying along a little cart that has just materials and stuff that he would use to do modifications to ships, whether it be paints or something else. And from what you can tell, this guy is mostly cosmetic. He's not going to be able to improve your hyperdrive. He's not going to be able to give you guys better weapon system. This guy's a body shop kind of guy. So he rolls in, and you guys are just kind of sitting in the docking bay. And as he rolls up, he sees Crepo. He walks over to Crepo, kind of gives him a pat on the back. He's like, "I haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been?" Crepo says, "Yeah, I've been working on some jobs." "Yeah, that's where I've been. I've been working on some jobs. Nothing wrong over here. It's all good." The guy kind of just chuckles to himself. He's like, "Yeah, jobs. Yeah, sure. Jobs. Whatever." And he walks over to where you guys are all sitting around. He says, "So what do you want me to do to your ship here, guys?"
I don't know. Should we just let him take his artistic flair?
Matt Luke kind of likes matte black with a little red accent.
Does he have a portfolio?
He looks over and he says, "We're on Tatooine here, buddy. There's no portfolios needed.
Give us,
we kind of work off
stealth black with a red stripe.
Three red
stripes. Bandit 3.
How much is a red stripe though? How much per stripe are we?
If you buy 3, if you buy 2, you get 1 free.
Like, you know what? That sounds good to me. 2 stripes, you get the third one free. He says, "Can do. You guys don't have like a huge ship. This isn't a freighter or anything like that. It's just some patrol craft. So it's small enough." He looks at it, looks it up and down, says, "Nothing I need to fix on the exterior, I don't think. So just a paint and polish. So we'll say 1,000 credits."
10,000?
No, 1,000 credits.
Oh, 1,000 credits.
What if
we just found, or Zavu just found 500, didn't he?
Y'all both found 500.
So
I mean, you're free to haggle.
What did you guys say?
What if he's interested in maybe some spice as payment instead? Because we've got a little bit of that.
Okay, we're talking off to the side.
Okay,
here.
so you guys, so he like quotes you a price, and then you guys like go off to discuss like.
Okay. I say 250 and a bag of spice.
We gotta be careful with spreading the spice around.
Matt Lou says 2.
We gotta be careful with spreading the spice around here and just letting people know. If we give him anything, we can't let him know it's from the ship. I know I'm not doing my Australian accent right now. But
250 and a bag of spice. You think he'll take it?
Trevor talking.
I mean, if he's a friend of Krepos, he might, but Zavu's got a good point. We don't want to.
We're
leaving this hellhole anyways once we get this thing painted.
You have a bag of spice. You'll just toss him your bag of spice.
Yeah.
What else do we have? All right. Let's say you can make the offer. I mean, I'm debating whether I want to affect his mind.
I'm going.
You want to do drugs?
So, 250 and drugs. 250 and drugs.
Probably not. No, I won't do that. Let's just.
Okay.
Yeah, all
250 and a bag of spice. So who, Sir? So you can go and make the offer if you so choose.
1,000 credits. Well, we've got something that might be a little more appealing to you. What if we give you 250 credits and this bag of spice?
See him?
Fresh spice.
Looks nice. 250 credits.
Pike fresh.
It's easily 2,000 to 3,000 credits worth of spice right here, plus the 250 credits we're giving you.
You know, I like spice. I can definitely do something with this. Call it even. 250 and a bag of spice. So you guys hand over the. So how do you want to? Yeah, you guys hand over the 250 and a bag of spice. He will be here working on the ship, and Rayla is also aware that you guys are at the spaceport and has said to just come meet her at the Mos Eisley Cantina, and she'll hook you guys up with another mission.
Was that all the spice? Did we pretty much? Because we found.
Oh no! You also have plenty of spice left
in the ship.
You guys had, like in the ship, like there was some that you guys. So just to like backtrack a little bit, I will say that you guys kind of like took the speeder that was like left out by the 2 Niktos and like stored it in like the cargo bay of the ship, and along with that you took all of the
giving
spice
us too much
back.
credit, man.
Yeah, we forgot about
that. Figure this shit out.
Helping you guys out. Everybody's new here, so I don't want to really be too hard on you guys. So you have the speeder stored in the cargo bay of your ship, no problem, fits in. And then when you guys found the spice, you guys
We have a lot.
you found it in a smuggling compartment in the ship, and it was roughly like $10,000 worth of spice. I'm assuming that you guys gave this guy like 500 credits worth of spice, if that. So like you guys are still well stocked on spice.
Good. Matlu needs his spice.
Are we gonna split the payment?
I mean,
I ain't
yeah. However, you
splitting. I
guys
ain't
want to handle the
splitting
credit
shit.
payment.
You guys kept your 500 credits. I'm taking
true.
more of the cut.
50.
Rayla's my
You guys are
contact.
partners.
The
Your
spice is your loss, Matlu. You're upset.
Yeah, the spice is Matlu's loss. So I'll say that, sir, you take 250 credits off of the credit chip that you found off of the dead Nikto as part of the payment, and then you guys give him roughly $500 worth of spice to cover the payment. So that leaves you guys with like still most of the spice, $9,500 worth of spice left, or 9,500 credits worth of spice left. You guys leave him to his devices, and then Crepo kind of like follows you guys out. And as you're heading towards the Mos Eisley Cantina, he just says, "Hey, thanks for your help. Appreciate the jailbreak. I'm out of here, unless you guys need me for anything else."
So he's that's Crepo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Crepo.
Yeah. Right. Well, we want to say to Crepo.
Crepo kind of
Appreciate your help.
Sorry. Go ahead, Zavu.
And at some point, we'd like to go back to your captors and help the other people there get out of their predicament as well.
As you say that to him, he kind of looks at you and he says, "Well, good luck. I won't be there. Not going back to that
Told
place
you,
anytime
Zavu.
soon."
Good riddance.
Asking
Like
for
you
help.
get the vibe
Making
that
a
like
statement.
you get the vibe that like Prepo didn't know anybody there. Like he was literally like taken there on a gambling debt, and he was just like happy to get out. And he doesn't give two bantha poodoos one way or another about the people that are left over there. He's just happy to be out.
Right.
You guys make your way to the Mos Eisley Cantina, and as you enter, like you see Rayla pretty much immediately, sitting alone at a booth. Kind of throws a hand up as you guys walk in, and as you come over, she says, "Seems like things went well, right? Didn't hear anything on the holocomms about any sort of hell breaking loose anywhere, or anything like that. So, we good? Ship's all taken care of."
You know how we roll, Rayla. Always a perfect mission.
Great. So Rayla basically says, Rayla sits you guys down. He says, "I know that y'all are looking for a mission. I know that y'all are looking to, not only looking for a mission, y'all are kind of looking to get a little bit of respect under your belt, out here in the Outer Rim's been tough recently. Lots of mouths to feed. But I think I have something for you. I think I have something for you guys to sink your teeth in, but it's not going to be you running at it solo. With jobs that pop up here in the Outer Rim, you got to compete for them sometimes. And this is a bigger job. This is something that could net you guys some respect in the underground, and also, some credits. Also help me out. Hey, got to have something in it for myself. So she tells you about a job. She says there's a shipment of medical supplies en route to a hospital near Mos Espa. But that's the story of it. What really is going down is Bib Fortuna has a shipment coming in that's coming into Mos Espa that he is transporting off, like outside of the city, and eventually to his compound. There are a couple of crews that already have eyes on this job, but because Bib Fortuna is he's not the most powerful, boss out there. People have been hitting his shipments pretty regularly. So he started to have decoy ships come in. He started to kind of disguise his shipments a little bit. So that gives you guys an opportunity to potentially move in on this while other crews are also trying to figure out what's going on. As far as I know, the shipment has medical supplies in it, along with some other stuff that I don't really have a read on. I don't think anybody really has a read on right now. I have a contact in Mos Espa. I can set you guys up with a couple of speeders, and I can set you guys up with somebody who can give you more information on this job once you get there. All I know right up front is it's supply run. The ship's going to be landing at the Mos Eisley spaceport, and then the shipment will be leaving the city. How you guys want to approach this, it's up to you. But this is an opportunity to, make a bit of a name for yourself in the underground, because you'll have scammed Bib Fortuna. I mean, again, not the most intimidating boss, but he is a boss. Get yourself some supplies, grease my palm a little bit, and then we can, we may be able to find you guys some business after that. Bigger scores off planet. Lots of opportunity once you get a name for yourself.
Well,
that could be...
Rayla, I was going to say, I can speak for Cert and I. This is what we do. We're scoundrels. We want to be the best. But I don't know about Zavu. This guy's just tagging along. He may want to break off at this point.
They could get us...
Rayla kind of looks over at you, Zavu, and she says to you, I know this work may not be right up your alley, but I will say this. Some of these supplies that are coming in, these medical supplies, Fortuna has a way about him of hoarding and stashing and not really, being a gracious leader, you could say. Some of these medical supplies that you guys, would be going after are definitely going to go to some of the medical facilities that are in the area. Like, there are people that are in need here. And hey, I'm not giving them to them for free. Got to make my money, but they will be going to a place where they can be used by, some of the populace of Tatooine.
Oh, you're muted, Zavu.
You're muted.
Your comms are muted.
That's all well and good, but I'm basically going along with this as a means to an end. You seem like a person who knows some people. Have you ever heard of a man named Singe Tanis?
She sits and thinks for a while. She says, I know... She kind of like looks... Is this the Force user? This guy can use...
He fancies himself as a Jedi Master.
I've heard of this. I've heard somebody like him passing through. He was here. Didn't really rub elbows with me, but he definitely made some noise in the underground. He has some contact with the Black Sun, for sure. So when you guys rolled in on the ship that you came in on, that's why I flagged it immediately. I didn't want you all to get caught up in something that's clearly way over your head. But it seems like this Singe Tanis guy may be involved in some way with Black Sun activity.
Even more reason for me to be involved with this, then.
All right, Rayla, it sounds like you got the team.
All right, well, I got a guy, his name is Loza. He's going to be waiting for you at the Mos Eisley, or at the Mos Espa Cantina, and then from there, he will give you all the information that you need to take on this job. So you guys are, Rayla also says that she has a couple of speeders waiting for you guys outside of the Mos Eisley Cantina. So she's got a couple over there that you guys can use. You also have the one that's on your ship that you can take out of the docking bay and use as a transport means to go to the Mos Espa spaceport. And from there, you can get more information on your next mission. Now, I know we're at, outside of game, we're at around 7 o'clock Eastern time, so I will leave it up to you guys. We can stop here and then pick up on your new mission on the next session, or we can push forward a little further. That's up to you guys.
I think it's a perfect time to.
Yeah, let's end it. I like the nice little one mission episodes.
Yeah, it's like if we finished a chapter and we'll start the next chapter next one.
Well, there you go. You guys have successfully defended your ship from.
Do we get any XP this time?
So the way that I'm handling XP is like I'll just tell you guys when you level up.
All right.
Like when you hit level 3, I'll let you guys know, and then you can do the full level 3.
So we haven't reached level 3.
No.
Not level 3 yet.
Still low life deuces.
Y'all are getting close though. Y'all are definitely getting close. Y'all are definitely getting close.
We did pretty good this time.
Yeah, so you guys defended your ship. You guys brought it back to the spaceport. You guys got yourself some credits. Named you're now the crew of the Bandit 3. How does that feel?
It's awesome.
Feels great. I mean, anytime I can kill something during an episode, I'm good. So I feel happy and satisfied.
Well, there we go. So you guys, now you're also going to have a dope ass ride,
That's
Matt
right.
Black with some
3
red
stripes.
racing stripes.
Let's go.
3 stripes.
Oh.
Yeah, and we're
3
becoming
racing stripes.
more and more of a trio.
Dabu's got himself a bunch of grenades, and mines, and breaching charges.
Yeah,
and more importantly, credits.
Credits. He's got some credits. He was running a little bit low, and you have yourself some information on your quarry.
I like it.
Heck yeah.
You know that he was here, and you may be able to get some more information on this next leg of your mission here on Tatooine.
Right.
Sweet.
So thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you all for playing. Thank everybody who's watching for watching. I hope that you guys have been enjoying the show so far. And we will see you on the next episode of Star Wars Time Show Scoundrels of the New Republic.
Woo woo.
Bye-bye.